remarks from me. First of all, thank you, Mr. Ki Tuan Chai, for making me read this very interesting book from page to page, the front page to the back of the page, which contain the gem of the life and political journey of our dear Saudara Lim Kit Siang. You have posed a lot of questions with all those that you have interviewed. Probably you have provided answers as well to some of the questions that we have in mind over all the years. I have one such question which I don't dare to ask Lim Kit Siang himself, but you have answered it for me after a few decades associated with Lim Kit Siang. Do you want to know the question? The question that I always wanted to ask Lim Kit Siang is, how come you married so early? So Ki Tuan Chai had got the answer from the interviews, and he painted a very romantic side of Saudara Lim Kit Siang and Madam Nyo, and you will find all this in this book. I think it's a very valid question. I don't dare to ask, but anyway, the answers are here. This book, as Mr. Key has said in his introduction, he didn't expect to have 2 volumes. He only planned to write 1 volume or 1 book, but probably after gathering all the information and writing it for the last 18 months, he just managed to cover the life and political journey of Lim Kit Siang up to 1980. Oh, don't say it, let them read about it. It's a cliffhanger. The last paragraph is a cliffhanger. It's anyway up to 1987, isn't it? That means they have to buy the second volume, Mr. Key, don't worry. So you will find, and we are honored to be part of this life and political journey of Saudara Lim Kit Siang. Most of us here, in a way or another, other than the family members, those in the political arena or outside the political arena, those who have taken time off to gather here to support the launch, would in a way or another be associated with the life and political journey of Saudara Lim Kit Siang. I had the opportunity to be part of this journey when I was appointed by Saudara Lim as his political secretary in 1986 after the general election then. We have our own life journey and political journey as well. My interest in politics probably had a lot of things to do with the background, our upbringing, our educational background, and so on and so forth. My interest in politics started very early in life. I remember attending the 1969 general election rally near my kampong, 74 as well. And I have always been interested in politics right up to the university in 1980 when I came to Penang. But never in my mind that I would join a political party or be a political worker. And this lasted, not counting the future, until now, 35 years, I think. So Saudara Lim Kee Siang gave me the first break into politics. It is also my comment about this part of my political journey, in that after the 86 Battle of Tanjung, DAP won many seats. I was, at that time, with the National Echo and Saturday Weekly, with the editor Guru Nadan. So some assemblymen were looking for political assistance, and I was asked whether I was interested to be PA or political secretary to some of these elected representatives then. I said, no, although I don't have a very high-paying job, it never crossed my mind to be in politics anyway. But later, I was asked whether I'm interested to be Lim Kee Siang political secretary. And I say yes, if it is for Lim Kee Siang, I know who he is, I'm willing to take the plunge into politics. And before going for an interview, I think Gui Hock Sing met me. Gui Hock Sing was at that time Secretary of the Penang State. Where are you, Hock Sing? Yeah. Then he said, okay. Probably he vetted me, my CV a little bit, and arranged for an interview with Saudara Lim Kee Siang. Saudara Lim Kee Siang did not say a lot, and the rest is history. They are, throughout the journey of Saudara Lim, there are ups, many ups and downs, and some of us were part of these ups and downs in his life and political journey. I can see a few ups and downs together with Saudara Lim over this period of time. Of course, 1986 was the first break, being appointed political secretary. He is a boss that allows his staff a lot of freedom. I think most of his previous political secretary can attest that Saudara Lim would give us all the freedom to do what is best to execute and to do work that can bring benefit to the voters that we serve and the party that we serve. In 1990, I was given also another break by the party, Saudara Lim Siang too. At the young age of 31, I was elected. I was picked to stand as a candidate and won in the Penggalan Kota state seat. After that, I stopped being his political secretary and continued as a state secretary at that time. 95 was one of the many downs in the life journey of the party and Saudara Kee Siang, where from after the highs of Battle of Tanjung II in 1990, where we won 14 out of the 30 seats in the assembly, 3 shots of forming the state government way back in 1990. That was the Battle of Tanjung II. And we did not give out. 1995, we continued with the Battle of Tanjung III. But we did very badly. I think, again, sorry, Mr. Key, you can read all this in this book. There are definitely a lot of very nice story, very things that you don't normally find out unless you read this book. So in 95, I think that was one of the low point of the party in Penang. Not only 95, even 99 and 2004, where we only had one lone state assembly representative for the 3 terms. And in this period, during this period, I remember very well, after the 95 general election, the party has internal problem in the Penang DAP, and that led to several of our senior leaders leaving the party at that time. It was definitely a dark phase in the life, in the journey, in the political journey of the Penang DAP, and probably all of us in Penang DAP at that time, including Siang. 99 election, there was the effort to work with other, that was the reformasi period, and Saudara Lim Siang took a very big decision of leaving Tanjung to contest in Bukit Bendera. After 95, I was not an elected rep, and I continued to carry out party works. I was preparing actually to stand in Bukit Bendera and Pulau Tikus. At that time, I don't know whether it's called Kebun Bunga, I think. But few weeks before the election, Siang took me aside and tell me, you are going to take over Tanjung, and he is going to Bukit Bendera. Likewise, in the state seat, I was to contest in Padang Kota and Siang in Kebun Bunga. I thought it is a very big decision that he said not to be shared, because nobody expects Saudara Lim to make that decision. But again, he made that decision for the larger interest of the party to win more seats, as he always do in this 50 over years of political journey. He always go for more difficult seats. He don't stay back in seats that can be won easily, so that the party can have more representative in the legislative assembly or parliament. So at that time, it was also the low period of the DAP in Penang, and some of us, including myself, didn't want to let go Saudara Lim to go out of Penang. And where did he landed? Ended up in Ipoh Timor, where he won the seat as an MCA stronghold for many terms, leaving Penang for more difficult seats in Perak. Before the 2008 general election, again, Saudara Lim gathered some of the state leaders. We thought things had changed at that time, and we were preparing to win maybe 7 to 8 seats the most. And Siang said, prepare to be the state government in the coming election. That was 2007. Do you believe we can do it? Now you know we did it, no? But at that time, we did thinking aloud, Siang must be crazy. But that is how far-sighted Siang is as a politician. He can see the opportunities. He always lead and can see the challenges ahead. And the rest is history. We became the state government. And because the vote detail all this in the second volume. I think I will end here by saying that in our life and political journey, there are a lot of people that we impact, we get connected. For Siang, definitely his wife, Madam Nyo, his children, who have supported him all the way throughout this life and political journey that he embarked upon and still continuing. Party comrades join this life and political journey of Saudara Siang at different stops. Some maybe in the 60s, 70s, 80s, even the new millennium. We will be joining his political journey at different places, playing different roles, collaborating, partnering him in this journey. Some left the political journey earlier, some continue until today. Those who are impacted by you, Saudara Siang, can give you the support, can give you the encouragement, but I think beyond that, it is what is in Lim Siang that counts. For him to be able to last 55 years in this political journey in Malaysia, and the journey still continue with so many challenges ahead. With current happening in Malaysia, definitely this political journey is going to be tougher, more challenging, and we want all of us to continue to be with Saudara Siang on this political journey, supporting him. But I think inside Siang is his own strength, his own commitment, his sense of justice that he contributed over the past 55 years that can make him travel that far. We come along the journey, play a little part now and then, and we will leave the scene maybe. But because of your tenacity, your perseverance, your love for Malaysia, Malaysia, you are still continuing with this political journey. So with that, friends, comrades, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to share this session with all of us here. And I'm sure you will be wanting more from Mr. Key after reading the first book. Thank you very much.